Como actor tengo que aprender guiones continuamente y las gafas Chromagen me ayudan a memorizar mucho más rápido. Para mí las lentes Chromagen son de gran ayuda, pero para Ashley, diagnosticada de dislexia, son mucho más importantes.
Pensaba que veía mal, pero las gafas normales no me ayudaban. Cuando probé las lentes Chromagen lo veía todo mejor, las letras se me pegaron al papel y por fin podía estudiar sin tantísimo sufrimiento. Ahora estoy en bachillerato estudiando ciencias y me va genial.
Quizás eres como Ashley y tienes problemas de dislexia o algún otro problema de aprendizaje. O quizás eres como yo y te quieres beneficiar de unas gafas que te ayudan a aprender y retener información nueva.
Es que antes, sin las gafas, era imposible aprender.
Haz como nosotros, haz la prueba.
And as time flies by, you'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna go your way. It's a brand new day. Hey, hey, hey. It's a brand new day.
Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King, and what better this week to be hosting the programme from the Aloha Golf Club. Founded in 1975, it is undoubtedly one of the best golfers, one of the most popular golf clubs, not only for the golf course, but also for the amazing food. Well, we hope you enjoy this week's programme. Let's get started. Anyone for golf?
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted, you've been out of shape, and you feel like you've missed it. You dropped out the race, and as time flies by, you'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna go your way.
We're very grateful for Don Fisher organising us to record this week's programme here from Aloha. Hello.
Hi Nicole, how are you?
Oh, good. It's really nice to see you. You're looking very well, I have to say.
Well, for my age.
For your age. Actually, someone said to me the other day, you look really great for your age. Exactly. It was like, that was the first time I'd heard that. I was like, okay, all right, I suppose.
It's a big put down, isn't
yeah,
it?
it was. It's like the first time they call you Mrs. or Senora, you know, it's like one of those things. Right. Don, you've been involved with the Aloha Golf Course for years. How did this come about?
Well, when I first came down here, before I lived here, in sort of 79, 80, I admired the course. I played a little golf, as you know, in England. And when I did come down permanently in 84, I had to choose a club to play, and I was playing both Brisas and here. And the atmosphere at this club is fantastic. So I joined Aloha in 87.
Wonderful. Well, it's doing really well. You're not directly involved anymore, so you're officially retired?
Well, yes, I was on the board here for 8 years, but not now. Yes, I'm officially retired. Do little bits here and there.
Yeah, a little bit of golf?
A little bit of golf. I play a lot of golf 3 times a week, but I'm involved with Deborah, and so I work a bit for Deborah.
Right, and you had a fabulous bumper year this year with the charity gala.
Fantastic. We raised $40,000 again this year, which was fabulous to do, and it's all thanks to the Aloha members because they do it.
And absolutely wonderful, and obviously a lot of that is success is due to the fabulous cuisine here with Fermin, who we're going to meet.
It's wonderful. Nobody ever complains about Fermin and his restaurant here.
Well, I'm not surprised. I just found out that Fermin is actually the son of what was originally Cipriano's. So no wonder everything's so exclusive here and so delicious. Thank you so much, Don.
My pleasure.
It's lovely in Marbella. New people come every day. But what's even nicer, there are some people who've been here and involved with businesses here for many, many years. And the gentleman with me now, Fermin, is son of Fermin, the owner of Cipriano, one of the most famous and exquisite restaurants in Marbella back in the day. Well, Fermin,
hello.
Congratulations. Hello.
Hello.
You've been running Cipriano's second generation here at Aloha Golf for 10 years.
10 years.
Which is obviously why there are no complaints from the members.
No.
Do you still have the same type of food as Cipriano's in the day? What type of food do you serve?
We have international food. mainly fish, but we have everything. And the difference between Cipriano and Aloha Golf is the snack menu for golfers. But it was difficult the first 6 months because we didn't know how to fill the golfers players the daily for them, and after it's like normal.
So you have things like club sandwiches as well as like the main meals. You can have
we learn to compaginar, combine the snack with the high high cuisine, right? And Aloha is a big family. All members they know us, and it's easy.
You have an enormous restaurant, and I know that you're always very busy, so it's important to book when you want to come to eat at Aloha, because if you're not a member, can you still come and eat?
Yes, you can, but normally we keep, for not disturb our members, then we have the space for them, and if you are not members, it's better if you book.
It's always best to book. Yeah. Now, you've just celebrated again the Deborah Golf Charity, which is for children with, we call it butterfly skin, because their skin is so very delicate. And you then cater to so many people. How many people?
More than 200. Each year it's more than 200. We had last year the 40th anniversary in Aloha, and we served at the dinner for 469 people, less than 2 hours. Cooking the main course in the moment, live.
Oh, that's quite an achievement. Yeah. Do you cook yourself? Are you a chef?
No, I cook myself at home, but not here. We have a big staff. We are 9 in the kitchen and 15 on the terrace and.
Wow! So it's a very serious setup.
Yeah. We are 27 now in the staff, plus my brother and me. He's in charge of the kitchen, and
well, that's absolutely wonderful.
We are two.
So it's really nice. So you've taken over your father's legacy, which is lovely, and you've matched that up in a really idyllic place. Fermin, thank you so much.
Thank you to you.
And I hope you carry on with this amazing success.
Welcome at home.
Thank you very much. I feel very at home.
Hey, hey.
Rafael Fontain is the president here at the Aloha Golf Club, and we've met him once before here on Marbella Now when we came here to film the award ceremonies at the golf tournament that was raising money for Deborah, the charity for the butterfly children. Rafael, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to join us here in your home.
You're welcome.
And to make us feel so welcome, thank you.
Thank you very much.
So how's it been since we've seen you? You've had another golf charity gala, which was an amazing success, we heard from Don.
Yes.
And you're always busy. I hear you've got a major tournament coming up.
Yes, well, we have been very busy. We have plenty of charity tournaments here over the year, despite the Deborah and the Butterfly Children tournament is one of the main charity tournament in Aloha for many years. And now we are going to host in September the Spanish Ladies Open from European Tour from the 22nd till the 25th of September. With all the European ladies players, it's going to be a big event for us. It's going to be the entire week. They are coming first to train and to know the course, and then the tournament will take place from the 22nd till the 25th, from the 23rd till the 25th.
It sounds exciting, and the nice thing is as well that brings a lot of people into Marbella, so it helps keep that all year round tourism going and interest.
Absolutely, absolutely. We know that the television that is going to tape the tournament, they are going to sell for more than 100 countries to a special television, golf television and a sport television, so we are going to be seen for plenty of people all over the world.
That's wonderful. What's so special about Aloha Golf Course?
Well, Aloha Golf Course, it's a course that it was designed by Javier Arana. Javier Arana was the best Spanish designer in history. We have had never any other designer like him. He was taught by Simpson, the English designer, and all his golf courses are very, very popular and very good from a competition point of view. Aloha was the last golf course that he designed. He died before it was opened, and well, everybody recognizes in the world of golf that Javier Arana's golf courses are fantastic, are special, are superb.
Well, it certainly is beautiful, without a doubt. It's a really nice feeling to be here. How did you become involved with Aloha?
Well, I'm a member since 1999, but before I was member, I used to come here because my home club had correspondence with Aloha, and I know Aloha for, I don't know, 30 years.
Are you from Marbella?
No, I'm from Bilbao.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and Javier Arana was from Bilbao, and the founders of the club were from Bilbao as well, so I knew the family founding the course in the club, Mr. Ibarrondo. So I know Aloha for many, many years.
Oh, lovely. And I've actually been to Bilbao. I did a lot of exchanges when I was young to
really?
practice my Spanish.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, thanks to the people in Bilbao. That
I see. Did you enjoy there?
I loved it.
I see.
But it was funny because I remember being out in the ferias
Yes.
and being part of things that at the time I didn't realize there were certain songs you chant and throwing boinas, you know.
I see.
And it was
I see.
like to do a little bit more with like political
I see.
than I would have maybe realized.
Yeah, it was
at
plenty
the
of
time.
political many years ago.
Yeah,
Now
so
it's more peaceful.
Do you
Yeah.
have to be a member to come and play?
Well, in certain time of the year, you can only play here if you are a member guest. In the lower season, that is mainly in summer, except the month of August, but from June, July, and mid-September, you can also book a tea time not being member, you see. We had other times of the year that we give some hours, but mainly you need to be a member or a member guest.
And can you still become a member, or is there a limited membership?
No, there is a limited membership. So if you want to become a member, you have to buy a share from a member that wants to leave. And then for joining the club, first of all, you have to be shareholder, and then for joining the club, you need to pay an entrance fees. You see, so, well, it's not that easy. You have to find a share, but there are shares available on the market. You can see on our web page, members available,
Wow.
shares available.
Lovely. Well, very exclusive. You can see now I'm done with my questions. I've got it all clear.
I see.
Hopefully, if you can come and play golf at Aloha. And if not,
Yes.
start making friends quickly.
But don't forget to come on the 22nd of September, because it will be a fantastic event, very special, plenty of golf ambience, and plenty of things going on here.
And you're going to be seen around the world on the television,
On
by
the
the sounds of
television.
it.
Thank you very much, Nicole.
A very good evening to you and welcome to the courtyard here at the fabulous Tomate Fresco. I'm Patrick Grant, your legal beagle, and I'm trying to keep you up to date with everything that's important in Spanish law. Now, a big thing that's happened in the last couple of weeks is to do with clausula suelo. If you're not sure what a clausula suelo is, I'll give you a quick introduction in a second, but you can always look back at our previous shows on rtvmarbella.tv on the a la carte and find out exactly what a clausula suelo is. Effectively, though, it's a clause that limits the lowest amount of interest that's paid on your mortgage payments, and it's present in very many Spanish mortgages since about 2000 onwards. Initially, it was pronounced as being illegal if it wasn't explained to you, because effectively you would end up paying more than the base rate of interest by about 3%, and therefore the banks were profiting. Obviously, if this wasn't explained to customers, the Spanish courts decided that it was illegal, should be removed, and the customer would be entitled to compensation. Well, there was lots of toing and froing between the lower courts in Spain and the Spanish Supreme Court. They were initially unwilling to grant people more than 3 years' worth of compensation on these claims, for the simple reason that they thought it would destroy the banks who had just recovered post-2008 and the crisis. However, the case went to the Spanish Supreme Court again last year, and they decided that they would award compensation and damages to anybody who had a clausula suelo for the entire length of that clause being present in their mortgage, which meant that people were due on average an average payout of €15,000, which is quite a lot of money. However, very recently, the Bank of Spain realized that banks were looking to pay out almost 7,600 million euros to people who had been caught out by Cláusula Suelo. And many may think, well, fair enough. But the Bank of Spain went further and stress tested the other banks in the country just to see what the effect of 7,600 million being paid out would be. Put quite simply, it would have caused absolute carnage in the banks, and this would have caused trouble for everybody, not just those with a Cláusula Suelo. If the banks go bust, then people's money disappears because it's only guaranteed up to 70,000 euros. So the European Court and the Spanish Supreme Court had to mull over the decision again. And what they have decided is that they will go back to the original position. And the original position was that damages will only be paid from the 9th of May 2013, which was the date of the first sentence before the court. This is really, really important to be aware of, because if you've got a claim in at the moment through the many of lawyers who are offering claims against Cláusula Suelo on a no-win, no-fee basis, it significantly reduces the amount of money that you should expect to get. As I said previously, the average payment was expected to be about 15,000 euros, but of course, being only 3 years, it's now expected to be significantly less than that. Quick update as well on summertime police controls. If you're driving up and down the A7, it's very sensible to be aware that the police are going to be stopping as many cars as possible. It's anticipated there's going to be 40 million cars on the road in the next month or so, so beware. What the police are looking for initially are cars over 10 years old. They want to have a look, check that the car is safe to be on the road. Even if it has an ITV, they're going to inspect your tyres, your engine, and various other parts of your car, your lights, all that kind of stuff. So make sure it's working before you set out on any journey. Equally, I'd remind you that drink and drug driving are illegal in Spain. Any levels of illegal drugs in your system can get you fined, and half a glass of beer or a glass of wine could put you over the drink drive limit in Spain, so be aware of that as well. Finally, lots of people get caught out by driving in their flip-flops or chanclas. You're simply not allowed to do that. You can be fined 200 euros for doing so. And finally, driving licenses. If you're a Spanish resident driving in a Spanish car with a British driving license that's got your address in England on it, then you've got a problem. You need to change your driving license into Spanish. But we'll bring you more on that next week. Until then though, have an absolutely fantastic weekend. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new...
Thanks to Mark Romana, many of us can have Las Vegas nights right here in Marbella. Mark, hello, welcome back to Marbella Now.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm great, and I have to say that thanks to Mark, really it was a decision to stay in Marbella because you realise that there is so much more to life. We had so much fun. You were singing the first time I met you at the Fiorentina.
I was.
With Brigitte, and amazing. You are so entertaining. Have you always been in showbiz?
I have always been in show business. About 40 years now, just over 43 years. That's how long
You
I've
don't
been.
look old enough to have been in the business that long. Child star.
Yeah, absolutely. I started out when I was about 7, actually.
Where are you from originally?
Originally, I'm from London, in northwest London, this thing.
And what brought you this way?
Well, I started out. I was in America for 15 years, in Nashville, and then I moved from the States. I came back to London for a while, and ended up going to Portugal, and being there for about 4 years. And then I was invited to come to Marbella, and here I am. Been here for 5 years now. So
you said Nashville. I heard you singing the other night.
Yeah.
The other evening you were
Yeah.
playing at Route 66 on a Sunday after Mel Williams, very
Yeah.
highly recommended. And you actually sang songs from one of my favourite performers, Jimmy Buffett. And I thought, how on earth does Mark have that in his repertoire? But you were in Nashville.
I get lucky sometimes with customers. With an audience, because sometimes I work on a feel with the audience if I've got a vibe going in there, and I tend to be lucky that way when it comes to choosing the
But is that
kind of
one of
material.
your genres that you liked as a kid, like country music, and that's why you went to that part of the world?
It's a good question, actually. I went to Nashville because originally I was in LA. And I got to LA by being in the Elvis show in the West End in London, and one of the musicians in the show was actually American and invited me to LA, and I got into a band in LA and did that bit, and ended up moving to Nashville because it was It was more my scene, Nashville. It was a mixture of all sorts of, not just country, but all the different sort of genres of music they were open to. And it's also good to record there, so that's how I ended up in Nashville.
Well, it's lovely now because you perform in various different places, so obviously you're your own boss and you set yourself up, which is what we all like here in Marbella, to be honest with you. We get to have a very nice life. We don't live to work, we work to live.
Exactly.
Basically, it's just that more relaxed.
Absolutely. I could be in London now if I wanted to, but as you say, it's less stress for me, and I'm happy. You know, I enjoy what I do, and I live a nice life here. So
do you have program places where you're going to be through the summer? I've heard that they definitely want you back in Route 66.
Well, I'm there.
You're a big success.
Yeah, I'm there every Friday actually at Route 66, and always every Saturday I'm at the Cladder, which is an Irish bar in Marbella, which is quite
voted,
well known.
I think, one of the best Irish bars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I'm there every Saturday. So, and I have a lot more work in the pipeline at the moment. It's not that I'm not working. It's just that I had to get some paperwork straightened out. But now I should be probably at the Robin Hood again, and they are opening some other venues that I'm going to be.
It's been quite tricky for entertainers on the coast. I don't think really the actual establishment has appreciated how important for the tourist and even the local resident, the expat resident, it is to be able to go, as I say, even to a pizzeria or a burger bar and be entertained. It's a whole night out for us.
It's very difficult, simply because the music licenses that they offer, some of them require them to have music just inside, and obviously in the summertime, you know, they're going to be sitting outside, and you know, they have like for instance, I was working at Beckett's, which is a restaurant in Marbella, which is very nice, inside, but because the windows were open and the music was coming outside, you have to have a license for the outside, so they had to close it because people weren't going in the restaurant.
Yeah, and also
it was so hot,
we've had one of our guests on the show. I know that, unfortunately, because it works all ways, and we need to be appreciative. I know that Paul Neuer was very annoyed because they live there, they have a beautiful home there, but if you need the windows open and you can't because the noise everywhere, so it does make it difficult.
It does make it difficult. The winter time's good here as well, so I mean, it can work both ways. I mean, I work all year round here, so I probably get more busy even in the winter because it's obviously it's all inside then.
You're not bothering anybody.
No, exactly.
Never bother me, I have to say. If you hear of Mark Romana singing anywhere, I can only highly recommend that you do book a table and go wherever it is, because he only sings at great places, but you will without a doubt have, as I said, I had one of the best Las Vegas nights of my Marbella life.
Well, I got to say, you are a pleasure to work in front of, because you appreciate the stuff I do. Thank you very much.
I love to sing along, and that's the nice thing, everything you sing.
Well, I have actually been in Las Vegas, you know that, so I used to sing there too, so it's something that I like to bring to an establishment when I work and be a bit more entertaining for people. So that's what I do, and I love it. So.
And so do we. We're exceedingly lucky.
Thank you so much.
We're counting our blessings.
Thanks for having me.
Mark Romana.
Cheers.
Good afternoon, here we are again. This day we are at the wonderful Aloha Golf Club. Unfortunately, I have no animals with me today. First of all, it's an extremely warm day, there's a lot of traffic, and it's not very nice to get them in the car and take them along and have them sit around here in this wonderful golf club waiting till everything is done. So I did want to bring a little kitten. Reason being is that we talk about dogs all the time, but of course at AAA we also have a lot of cats. Yesterday somebody brought in 4 tiny little kittens. They were only 2 weeks old, 2.5 weeks old, without their mother. So I had to take them home and start feeding them with a little bottle. It's a lot of work because all 4 of them need to eat every 2 hours. But luckily in the evening I got a call from AAA at home while I was feeding the kittens that the mother had been found. So there I went back to AAA, picked up the mother, who was reasonably calm because she was of course a street cat, and I took her home. My guest bedroom now is diverted into a cat nursery. I put the mom in with the kittens. First she was very, very shy and she hid away behind a little chair. Floors were full with towels, little baskets, water, whatever a cat needs. So I left her alone a little while. When I went to look, she still hadn't gone to the kittens, so I thought I need to do something and see if she will recognize her kittens again. So I stayed with her for a little bit, picked up the little kittens and put them with her underneath the chair. And lucky me, they started suckling away. So it was a lovely way to see how the mother picked up the kittens again and started drinking without me having to feed them. So they're luckily there being looked after right now by my fantastic husband Tom, who supports me in everything I do for all the animals. But the reason being I want to talk about cats is because we do have a lot of cats at AAA, kittens as well as cats. Most people think that you have to have a cat when it's very young to be able to bring it home and to get it used to the family. It's not always necessary. A lot of our cats are very domesticated at this point. They can be touched, they can be played with, and they will adjust to your home and to your family. It might take a few days to put them at ease because of course they're used walking around only with cats and get a little bit of attention from the people. So if you are willing to have a cat, of course they're wonderful pets to have. They don't take as much care as a dog. They're totally on themselves. They need feeding, they need a cat place to go, and other than that they can be alone other than dogs, and they are lovely to play with. So if you need a cat, if you want a cat, come to AAA, look at all our wonderful cats and see which one would fit in your lifestyle. And remember, don't shop, adopt. See you next time.
It's summer and everyone, as we say, is out on their bicycles. So again this week I want to talk to you about the safety for the cyclist. Here in Marbella we live in an area that we find is like as a town. But a lot of us live along the motorway, and that means there are cyclists who are all over the place. It's not just in the city centre, they are on our roads, and sometimes they go out in groups. Now they really shouldn't do this. They are meant to cycle in one line, but at the same time, a lot of people are on holidays. A lot of people are just cycling because they've rented a bicycle or they've lent the one in the hotel where they're staying. So we really need to be extra considerate to those cyclists. And if you're overtaking one, you have to give by law a space of 1.5 meters. Now I'm 1.55 meters tall, so this is basically the size, the space you need to leave if you're overtaking a cyclist. But as cyclists also, you need to follow the rules. For example, if you're under 16 by law, you must wear a helmet. If you're older, you should wear a helmet if you're not cycling in the town. But please take into consideration that if you have any insurance claims and you weren't wearing a helmet, regardless of your age, this could be a factor that could play against you. Now, if you're cycling, you have to take the responsibility that you are wheels on a road. That means you need to apply by the laws of the road. You cannot cycle and be drunk. You cannot have earphones in, and you can't be talking on your mobile. Nor can cyclists cycle across a pedestrian crossing. They are, as they say, pedestrian crossing. So if you get off your bicycle and walk across the pedestrian crossing, that would be okay, but you cannot be cycling along and then just whiz across a pedestrian crossing. First of all, because you might get knocked over. That would be one of the main reasons. So please, when you're cycling, be very careful. Cars are often in traffic and they might just pull out, and if you're whizzing through the middle, you could get hurt. And if you're driving, be extra respectful, please, for those cyclists. A lot of people prefer to take their own car when going out at night. However, when it comes to time to go home, that might not be the safest or wisest option. For some, just one glass of wine could put you over the legal limit, which means if you drive, you could put yourself or others at risk, not to mention the controls. So, as we're expats living on the coast, this can be a dilemma because that's what we do. We go out, we try the wines. And that's why Linea Directa have gone above and beyond with this new completely free bonus policy to people who take out car insurance with them. If you're an expat and live in Malaga, then you get all the benefit of this trial of Safety First People, a free bonus policy for anyone insuring their car with Linea Directa. But what does this mean? That means that if you find yourself in this dilemma and think possibly you should not be driving, you can just give Linea Directa a call. They will order and pay for a taxi, which will take you and your fellow companions who were with you in the car home with up to a 25-kilometer radius. as long as you all fit in that one taxi and you're all going to the same place. You can even ask for them to pick up your car and take that back too. And this is 7 days a week from midnight to 7 a.m. and up to 4 times a month. And this is obviously all in addition to the fabulous insurance that you get with Línea Directa. Being a Spanish company, they cover you by all the local Spanish laws, plus they have a fleet of tow trucks, mechanics, garages, hotels, lawyers, whatever you need. Línea Directa truly do cater to our expats' needs, and all we can say is yes, thank you very much. This is a really nice option to make sure we keep ourselves very safe. If you want more information on this, please go to their website, lineadirecta.com, or call them on 952 14 78 34. That's 952 14 78 34, because Línea Directa are putting your safety first.
So you're a business on the Costa del Sol, and you know the best way to reach customers is through word of mouth. But how can you reach more people to grow your business even faster? Before you spend a lot of money on advertising that may never reach your customers, find out how MarbellaFamilyFun.com can help spread the word about your business today. MarbellaFamilyFun.com.
It's a brand new day. Hey, hey, hey. It's a brand new day. Halfway twisted, you've been out of shape, and you feel like you've missed it. You dropped out the race, and it's time flies by. You'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna go your way. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Life's way.
What better way to spend a day, particularly a calm ocean day like today, than going out on one of the newest things to Marbella? Down here you can see we've got Flyboard, and this is run here in the sports port, the marina in Marbella, by Elodie and Romain. They're straight in from Paris 2 years ago. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
They both say that their English isn't that good, but actually it's quite good, enough to be able to explain to people what's going on. It looks like a lot of fun, but for me a bit scary. It looks dangerous. Es peligroso? Is it dangerous?
No peligroso. It's not dangerous. It's really safe. You can fly on only 1 meter. You can do everything. It's not peligroso.
And do you have to wear special equipment, helmets, or?
Just a life jacket and the bikini, and let's go.
Wow, and so do you need a lot of practice to make this work, or do people normally manage the first time that they get on this thing? It looks really difficult.
No, for everybody, the first time, and everybody fly. It's really good.
And when you hit the water, it doesn't hurt?
No, no. You can dive, or you go on the water, but slowly. No.
Well, this is really quite new to Marbella. Are you having a lot of success? The kids, I imagine, love it.
Yeah, everybody like it. When they do, they come back again. It's amazing.
And is it very expensive?
No, we have a good price. We on the Spain. I think we have the better price. Yeah.
So how long does someone do this for? Is it you do it for 10 minutes, 15 minutes? You must get tired.
We make 15 minutes or 30 minutes, but it depends for everybody. But in 15 minutes, everybody fly, dive.
And can you do this in a group, or do you have to go one at a time?
It's one by one, but we go outside with the group. Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of fun, and it's going to be a lot of fun because Soraya, our camera girl this week, and I are going to go and get in a dinghy with the lovely Romain, and he's going to give us a live demonstration of how to flyboard. That's right, okay, Roman?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Are we going to be safe? Seguros.
Sí, no problema. Sí, no.
Okay. I like that. Il n'y en a pas de problème. I love the accent. But before we go in the boat, you guys both are from Paris.
Yes, we're from Paris, and now we live here.
You've been here for 2 years, but you've known each other for a long time. It's a love story from school.
Yes, we know from, I don't know, maybe 15 years. Yes.
Well, that's absolutely long. Welcome to Marbella. It's lovely to have you.
Yeah, very nice.
Do you like it?
Oh yeah.
On that note, oh yeah, let's go and get in that dinghy. Ah.
It's a brand new day. Hey, hey, hey. It's a brand new day.
Roman, ¿qué vas a hacer?
Yo voy a hacer una demostración para ver cómo funciona el flyboard, qué altura puedes hacer, qué figura puedes hacer también y ya está.
Oh, it sounds good. He said he's going to show us what can be done with the flyboard, how high it goes, and some of the tricks it can also do. So, take it away, Roman.
It's a brand new day. Hey, hey, hey. It's a brand new day.
Elodie, Roman is amazing at this. How long does it take to get as good as Roman?
For every sport is really good, and for this in 1 hour is amazing.
It looks quite difficult to get to his level, but that goes a lot higher than 1 meter. Es mucho más alto que 1 metro.
Sí, para él sí.
Oh, okay. Can you set it, or is it according to the remote control? Hay un mando.
Sí, cuando él quiere hacer el flyboard solo para hacer una demostración, él tiene un mando. Entonces con este él puede hacer sin nadie sobre la moto de agua.
Oh, wonderful. So what you're saying is that when Roman's doing it, he has a remote control, he's controlling, go higher and lower, but when people are renting it, then you set it to a certain limit so it keeps it safe. Well, it's been a lot of fun. Hope you've enjoyed it, and you're going to come down to the marina, the Puerto Deportivo in Marbella, and meet Elodie. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nicole, and I hope everybody come here in Marbella. Thank you.
Hi and welcome back to the What's On section again this week. There's certainly lots happening at the moment, and we're almost through to another month. I don't know where this year is going to. The beaches are packed and the restaurants and tapas bars are all doing great business, which is wonderful for the town. The sea is lovely, but mind you, don't say that too loud, because at the moment we are jellyfish free, but as I say, don't say that too loud, and fingers crossed it continues. Lots of festivals and daytime activities, so don't forget to wear a hat and plenty of sunscreen and take some water with you. So anyway, now on to What's On. The first thing I have for you is Eatin Banus Food Festival. Now you get a lot of these festivals going on in the summer. This one continues until the 21st of August and is located in a space of ground opposite the El Corte Inglés department store in Puerto Banus. So it's easy to find, you can't miss it, what with the tents, and also you'll hear music all the time. So there's food from all over the world, entertainment and live music every single day until the 21st of August. You have soul bands, jazz bands, blue bands, the hula hulas, who are great fun. If you've never seen them, do go along and enjoy that, because they get the everyone, the audience, up on their feet all the time. You'll also enjoy tribute bands, the Silver Beats, who are a Beatles tribute band, an Elton John tribute, an ABBA tribute band. So there's plenty. There's lots of information on the site giving you who is performing each and every night, and all the performances start at 9:30. Now, it's open every day, the festival, from 7 p.m. until 2 a.m. in the morning. Now, the Circo
Mediterraneo is coming back to San Pedro. Now this is until the 7th of August. Very popular circus this, specifically because it doesn't have any animals. So it's very much a 21st century circus. Now it's something for all the family, all ages. The specially erected tent is by the boulevard, very close to the Expandum Centre, and the shows there also always start at 9:30. Now you'll enjoy great shows featuring one of the best jugglers from Spain, acrobats, contortionists. Be amazed by the tightrope walker who will literally have your heart in your mouth when you watch him, and of course the great Dimitri, one of Spain's best known and well loved clowns. So there's really something for all ages there to enjoy. The Festival of Kuwait and Spain started today and continues until Sunday. Now this is in the Plaza Antonio Banderas in Puerto Banús, and it's a totally free event and open to everyone. The focus of this festival is to celebrate the relationship between Kuwait and Spain, which of course has been firm for a number of years. Discover the art and the culture. People from Kuwait want to show us the way that they express art and culture and tourism and how it links with Spain. So something a little bit different if you want to take a little bit of a break from the beach. Now the Festival Artisano is a firm favourite with everybody and returns again this year to San Pedro to the Playa La Salida. This is on Saturday and Sunday from 11 o'clock till midnight or possibly even later. The entry is only £1 and this donation goes completely to the Alzheimer's and the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Marbella and San Pedro. We do ask you, if you get an awful lot of value for €1, so if you can donate a little bit more, please do so. They are great causes. So you can enjoy the holistic market, which everybody knows and loves. Great natural products, gifts, crafts, all sorts of things you'll find there. Healthy food, there are talks, lectures, concerts, dancing and yoga. Now lots of activities for the kids, including games and performances. So very much something for everybody. The Marbella Art Fair, which is becoming one of the best in Europe now, it's becoming so well known, started again today and runs until the 3rd of August, which is of course Wednesday. Now this is at the Palacio de Congresos in Marbella and it runs from 6 o'clock in the evening until 10:30 on all the days except for the Wednesday, the last day, when it will open at midday. Now this is fast becoming a hotspot, as I said, of the European art fairs. There are many, many galleries, many Marbella galleries returning again from last year. So it's definitely a place for art lovers. So of course, just to give you a refresher on what's coming up on Starlite, some of the big names over the next week or so. On Wednesday the 3rd, you have Il Divo, who are also always popular with the ladies. Now on the 9th of August, it's Alejandro Sanz, who also is also popular with the ladies and has to come back every year as he's so loved. What a voice he has. If you haven't seen him, do go along. It's quite a treat. On the 8th of August is Malu, one of Spain's top pop performers. So quite a few big names you've got coming up in the next week or so. Don't forget your tickets for Kaiser Chiefs, who are performing with Crazy Music Productions in Torremolinos on the 6th of August. Not long to go. Make sure you get your tickets. They're selling out fast. And if you see us there, give us a wave. We'll be there taking pictures. So that's basically everything I have for you this week. So enjoy. If you need any more information, there are plenty of other events on the site, MarbellaAzul.com. And I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.
Hopefully you'll also all join us for Me Marbella Radio on 107.6 FM with RTV Marbella. And if you do, you'll have heard the lovely voice of our next guest, Colin Turner. To be sure, you're from Ireland, is that right, Colin?
To be sure, top of the morning.
Top of the morning to you. Well, it was lovely to meet you on air and a privilege to have you now that I know you here with us on the TV. Colin, you're from Ireland.
Yes.
whereabouts? When did you make your wendle your way over here to the Costa?
Yes, I came over here actually last September, I think. I came over here because I play music. I'm a sort of professional musician. So.
Oh, really?
But
that didn't come out in the interview yesterday. Exciting.
No, see, I'm full of secrets. But so that's fine. I'm playing music along the Costa, but principally I'm the author of this book, the F-Day book, which we were talking about yesterday. And this book has been something that I've been, it's a topic that I'm very passionate about, and it's a book I've been working on for the last 3 years. And essentially, to cut a long story short, the book is about creating a new society that doesn't use money, that has evolved beyond money, and is creating more abundance and collaboration between people. It's quite a difficult subject to kind of sum up in a few words.
But there are a lot of people actually here on the coast. When we did, Michael Tellinger came over from South Africa with his Ubuntu philosophy, which is the same thing again. It's not even with bartering, it's beyond that. It's giving for giving's sake, helping others as a community, and putting money a little bit further backwards and not being the be-all and end-all of our existence.
Of course, it's a lot of society is really based mostly on the idea of exchange. With that, you give and take, you give something and that. But really, we're the only actually species on the planet who actually invented this concept. And the reason we do that is because things are scarce, whatever. But now we're kind of, with the technology the way it is, it's very easy to make things. It's very easy to find things, to build things, or to create the things that we need. So that means that really the whole exchange system that we're using is kind of becoming redundant. And apart from all that, then the technology that is making that redundant is also taking people out of work and taking people out of jobs as well. So we're finding that these problems of the technology that we've created are both causing the problems that we see of wealth inequality in the world, and also creating this amazing possibility of having abundance for everybody.
Well, the actual system that we're living, we can see does not work, and it seems to be getting a bigger rift between those who have and the have-nots.
Sure.
A lot of people say that money was imposed originally to enslave us, which then actually brings me to the title of your book, because it is actually F-Day, but the F stands in this instance for freedom.
For freedom, yes.
So you want to get rid of this being enslaved by the money.
I mean, obviously, most of us in the Western world, we more or less have this general idea that we're free, that we're kind of free to move around. But actually, if you consider exactly how free you are, there was loads of constraints on your life. For example, you have to have a passport to travel, you have to have money to eat, you have to have money to buy a house. But these are actually things that actually constrain us, No,
because it should be like, and I think a lot of people on the Ubuntu, the philosophy, because you belong to also another group of, like a whole group that, what's the name of
the Free World Charter?
The Free World Charter, in the sense that having a roof over your head, for example, and having food to eat should be the basic human rights that we take for granted, whether you have money or not.
They should be absolutely guaranteed, but we can do that very easily just by agreeing just to collaborate a little bit more. I'm not talking about just being hippies and sitting around singing Kumbaya all day. I'm talking about just agreeing to just look after each other just a little bit more. And with that, then we can do away with the whole exchange system, which gets rid of the money system and all the associated problems with it. The title F-Day, Second Dawn of Man, is really is suggestive of that, of the idea that we have to awaken to become sort of the sort of species that we want to be, like the butterfly. That
you have a section here that you've opened it up to. Is that by coincidence, or are you going to read us something?
Well, I was going to read you a small section. Like the book is, it's basically a mainstream political thriller, but it has this message about the money world and the money-free world.
So it's done actually like a novel. So
yeah, it is a novel. Yeah, it is. It's a novel. It's the story of a guy called Carl Drayton, who is kind of loosely modelled on myself, and he's basically the guy who brings this philosophy to Iceland, which is where they start the money-free.
The movement.
The movement, yeah, exactly, yeah, and it works from there. But I can read you a short passage from it if you have time. She feels the upsurge of hope again. There is a magnetism. Many people are gathering, like the elders of yesterday. They have found the old knowledge. They have found community. They have discovered their disconnection and are reconnecting again. The rocks and the earth are unbending and they never forget. The trees never stop broadcasting it. The birds never stop singing it. The flower never hid her colour, no matter how many times they cut her. For men of simple aptitude know that nature is their master. Though his ingenuity outgrew his common wit, just left him lost and without direction, forgetting his place within the cosmic community. his ideas are futile who tries to control that which does not belong to him. This is kind of like a deeper passage that's
But you know, it's
philosophical passage in that.
It's right up the philosophy of what we're doing with Marbella now and Me Marbella. Our slogan is #Better Together. We're 127 different nationalities, and I also feel that if we learn how to get on here in Marbella, like you're saying in Iceland, we can export that to the world, and it is possible.
Yeah,
Challenge on, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for that.
We do it in Ireland.
I tell you one thing you can do for me though, because you said you were going to leave the book with us.
Oh yes, yes.
Could you autograph it, please?
Of course.
Because he could be ever so rich and famous, this guy. And I want to say, I touched Colin Turner.
Well, this is the first signed copy, so you're really very.
Well, what an honour.
Indeed, yes, exactly.
I'm sure you'll be signing many more to go. If you could just put
definitely.
to Nicole.
Yes, of course.
With love.
Yeah, it's funny actually you say about the Better Together thing, because one of the things that we're promoting in the Free World Charter is this idea of sharing circles, where people can kind of put this philosophy to work now, just by having a sort of a private sharing circle where you agree to give each other. So anyway, yes.
Yeah, so worth getting involved with. You've got the Ubuntu movement that's now here in Marbella, and you've also got the lovely Colin Turner with lots of different opportunities.
Yes, exactly. I type much better than I write.
Thank you so much.
And you got an X as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nicole, for that.
It's great to have Derek Langley with us on Marbella Now this week. He is the president of the British Chamber of Commerce for Andalucía. Is that right,
That's
Derek?
correct.
Yes.
That's 100% correct.
A big responsibility, take up a lot of time. What does it involve?
It takes up a lot of time, but I enjoy it immensely. The Chamber of Commerce has been in Spain since 1908, so it's not a new operation. We have 3 regional offices, one in Madrid, one in Barcelona, and one in Andalucía here in Marbella.
So you're responsible for those and travel around? No, you're just Andalucía.
I look after Andalucía. I also sit on the governing council of the Chamber as well. So it's pretty intense, and it's very interesting. The Chamber has about 300 plus members in Spain, from the largest Spanish companies to the smallest one-man bands down here. We're the largest British Hispanic trade association. The Chamber's a non-for-profit organisation. We have permanent staff, and the rest of the people are interns from universities in the UK or in Spain. So down here we have an intern from Liverpool University, and we have Spanish ones as well.
What's the benefit of becoming a member of the Chamber of Commerce?
The benefit is purely for business networking. The Chamber's got a very high level of respect in Spain. As I say, it's been here for a long time. Member companies could be large corporations such as the big banks, or medium-sized companies down here. We encourage people to network, and the way we network is to put on events. So we hold events in Spain. We hold about 80 events a year across Spain. Down here in Andalucía, we're holding about 2 a month, which is quite a lot.
With what objective exactly?
The objective is to enable the members to meet other members. The Chamber has got a very high level of publicity. It's got a very interactive website. It's extremely well known. Anybody joining the Chamber, if you like, in Madrid, can utilise the services in Andalucía or vice versa.
And what services would those be?
They would be connections for business. If I was setting up a business in Barcelona, my first port of call as a member would be to contact the Chamber in Barcelona, and they would affect introductions, meetings, etc., etc. So it's a pure networking organisation. In addition, if you are in Spain and you want to make connections in China or Bangkok or wherever in the world, bearing in mind that the Chamber's got a representative office in every major city in every country in the world, that network is there to do. And we also are a voice for our members. Recently, pre-Brexit, 97% of members voted to stay in, for example. So, you know, we are a viewpoint, we're a focal point, and we work with the British Embassy very heavily, and the British Ambassador in Madrid, Simon Manley, also with the British Consul in Malaga, with Charmaine Arboon, who's the consul, and Rosalind Crotty, who's the vice consul.
Well, Charmaine came on our programme a couple of weeks ago.
That's
what a
right,
lovely
yeah,
lady.
She is a lovely lady. She is a lovely lady. So they work, they do consular work, but we work very, very closely together, and they support us in all of the events we do. One of the recent events we did was one of our members, Lexland Abogados. We had a big cocktail there a few weeks ago, which you were at.
Yes, which I saw you last time.
And the market in the Costa is extremely different to Madrid or Barcelona. It's a different work environment. I myself have got 2 recruitment companies here, so that's a very good barometer. One is called Ambient Jobs, which has been here for about 10 years, and the other is Andalucía Technology Recruitment. My office was on the Parque Tecnológico.
And what's the difference between them? What does each of those do?
Ambient Jobs is a general recruitment company. We work we've been working here we've probably supplied most of the companies on the Costa. Anything from administration, sales, marketing people.
On a temp basis or full-time employment?
It's a permanent basis normally.
Because it's a different philosophy. They don't really have temping companies here in Spain like we
Yeah,
so used to back in England.
For sure. No, here we work in the permanent business, and in the Parque we deal solely with IT recruitment, which is a different level of business. But basically down here the job market is difficult. We deal with Ambient mainly with expats, a lot of expats, but also Spanish, and the market at the moment is extremely buoyant, extremely busy. In other parts of Europe it's not so, but down here it's a little bit seasonal, but we are extremely busy at the moment.
Well, it's a wonderful service to offer, actually, because so many people who actually come to the coast and you need employees, and one of the hardest things is to interview and know if those people are going to be any good. And once you hire in Spain, you're basically, you've adopted them. I mean, you have them for life.
Adopted them for life.
No, really, so you want to be sure that you get the right person.
This is 100% true. And, you know, there's a very strict interview process and reference checking process before we would even put the people forward to the client. Because we give a guarantee as well, and basically we want to make sure that we do the job professionally and properly. And being in the people business, which is the most difficult business in the world, people die, they get run over by trucks, they might not turn up for interviews. You have to make sure that your candidates are good. And as everywhere in Europe, there's a shortage of good skilled staff. This is the problem. So we do find the people here. People relocate from the UK and from other European countries, and down here you've got a multicultural society, multilingual very often, and it helps to fuel the economy. And obviously generally at the moment with everything going on, we're not sure where everything is going, but at the end of the day things seem to be settling down now.
And so your plans, obviously you seem quite settled here in Marbella. I know you've lived and travelled much in your life, but is this where you planning on?
Well, I've been here 12 years now actually, and now I'm getting older slightly. I'm not sure I'm going to run off anywhere else. The key for me is the weather, to be honest. Having lived in cold climates.
Well, you've got a very healthy tan going on.
Well, I live on the beach and I try to play tennis 3 times a week. I don't play golf, but it's a healthy environment here, and I think it's probably one of the better places to live.
Well, obviously, those of us who live here agree wholeheartedly. Derek, thank you so much. Lovely to see you looking so well and bronzed. He's worked so hard, bless him.
It's the tanning lotion, that's what it is. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, cheers, thanks.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted, you've been out of shape, and you feel like you've missed it. You dropped out the race, and as time flies by, you'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna go your way. Hey, hey.
Well, that's it for another week. We hope you enjoyed our little trip around the marina in Marbella and seeing and meeting the people here at the Aloha Golf Club. Hope you have a wonderful week. Be nice to each other, take care, and we'll see you next week. Uncle Don, forward ho! Back to base!
Falls in place, and you feel like you're lifted to where angels lay. But as time flies by,
Como actor tengo que aprender guiones continuamente y las gafas Chromagen me ayudan a memorizar mucho más rápido. Para mí las lentes Chromagen son de gran ayuda, pero para Ashley, diagnosticada de dislexia, son mucho más importantes.
Pensaba que veía mal, pero las gafas normales no me ayudaban. Cuando probé las lentes Chromagen, lo veía todo mejor, las letras se me pegaron al papel y por fin podía estudiar sin tantísimo sufrimiento. Ahora estoy en bachillerato estudiando ciencias y me va genial.
Quizás eres como Ashley y tienes problemas de dislexia o algún otro problema de aprendizaje. O quizás eres como yo y te quieres beneficiar de unas gafas que te ayudan a aprender y retener información nueva.
Es que antes sin las gafas era imposible aprender.
Haz como nosotros, haz la prueba.